I think we're there. And hey, Laura, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Everybody all ready for Valentine's weekend? It's going to be, I guess it's going to be snowing out here tomorrow, but that doesn't mean you can't celebrate Valentine's Day. We're used to being in the house.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, we got a really good show for you guys today, and I'm excited. I don't know if anybody knows, but I was a florist for 35 years. And believe me, I'm going to tell you something. I never liked this holiday because it is a lot of work as a florist, but I thought I would bring something to you that can help you out a little bit. I'm going to tell you, I got some of this stuff at the dollar store. I'm going to show you how to make something, and it's also going to be in case you get flowers from your significant other for Valentine's Day. So what I did is I got a vase and I put water, and this is warm water in there. I would normally put more in, but with me carrying, I didn't want to fill it up. And you have these little packets here of powder that comes usually with the flowers, or the florist will give it to you. And what you need to do is you need to put it in there. Now you're wondering why I have red food coloring in here. When I got these roses yesterday, they were totally white, and I couldn't find red ones where I was going at. And so what I did is I put food coloring in here last night with warm water, and I cut the roses, and I got the roses to be a little bit of a creamy rosy color. And so that's a great thing to do with your kids. You get food coloring, put in water, put a white carnation there, and watch the color go into the flower. That's a
Wow.
real good thing to do. So here I got the roses. All right. And first of all, we're going to do something kind of modern, okay, that anybody could do. And so what the first thing you have to do is you have to take the foliage off. Okay, clean the roses because we're not going to keep them on there. Okay, so just take the foliage off. If everybody can see that, make sure you clean the roses really good because otherwise they're going to get into the water and they're going to go make the roses go bad faster. All right, and then second of all, you have to do is the roses need to be peeled. Okay, and so what you do is you take the outer thing of the roses, and that will open them up more, and it also cleans up the rose. So I'm just going to show you. We're going to take a couple petals off. We as florists do this too, believe it or not. It's kind of like the protective layer, I call it. So see how I did that? I'm going to send you a few more. I did some ahead of time, so we weren't doing it. Okay, got it? Got one more to go. This also keeps the roses so they last longer. All right. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one each rose at a time. We're going to take one in the middle. We're going to take one around there, and we're going to kind of go all the way around it, kind of. Did you see what we're going to do? See what I did?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do that all the way around, circular. This is like the hottest way to do roses. So you know how they did the big vases before. So the roses don't have to be really long. I have a dozen here, and unfortunately, I couldn't find any greenery yesterday either. So I didn't get any greenery. So, but if you have greenery, you could put the greenery around the edges. This rose didn't get done. I gotta clean that one up. You understand about the cleaning, I hope, about how important that is.
I never had a clue, never did that before. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. Make sure one's a little higher in the middle. All right. Sorry. All right. It's kind of like this. See how it is?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what you're going to do is you're going to go next to your vase. All right. And you want it so it's going to go right on the lip of the vase. So you're going to want to cut it about this short here. And what you're going to do is get a knife, a really good knife, cut the rose stems on an angle. Okay? And they could all be the same length, but cut them on an angle. And the reason why you cut them on an angle and use a knife. All right. And the reason why you cut them at an angle is so that the water gets in the stems. Because if it's flat, it's not going to get in the stems. If you have a hard time cutting this, just take a little rubber band or something and tie that first so that you could grab this and cut it. See, I could cut it because I've been doing it for so many years. Oh, shoot. Okay. Sorry, Rose don't want to cooperate.
So no scissors.
No scissors, because what happens with the scissors, it actually, I gotta cut these a little shorter. The scissors actually smash the stem. And so what happens is you get water pockets in there. And you get water pockets, and then the roses, they don't get water. Do you ever get roses that they don't open at all?
Right, yeah.
Because they get water pockets in them.
Very
Okay,
interesting.
I'm this, and I'm going to stick it in my face. Okay?
That's so pretty.
You know what that is? Actually, I'm going to take this one in the middle because it is too tall. And I'm going to cut it a little bit. All right?
Oh.
Could you see like from here how that looks?
Yes, it looks so pretty.
Now, what I did is I went to the dollar store and I got a bear for $1. And we're going to take this bear and we're going to tie him on here. My hands don't work like they used to. Now, if you had greenery in here, you could put the greenery around the edges. I kind of was upset I couldn't find any. I went to the new Amazon store and thinking they would have everything, and they didn't. So, and since I don't drive, I can't go all over the place. Let me just tie him on here real quick. I'm sure you guys could figure out how to tie a bear on.
That's adorable.
And see, I'm going to take it around here. And if you want to put some baby's breath in there, you could stick the baby's breath in there afterwards. They didn't have baby's breath either. So let me get that. I got some white here. Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Technical difficulties.
It's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Here, I got just another red here. And then I bought at the dollar store a little Valentine's balloon.
Oh.
I just sell so many of these in my store. How's that?
Look at that.
There's your little Valentine's Day arrangement. How's that?
Adorable. Adorable.
You know, if you want to do the roses long, you can. But again, use that my technique as far as cutting the roses on an angle. And you can do the same thing with longer roses and greenery, but you do it all in your hands first, then you cut it, and then you just plop it in the vase. So I hope everybody likes that. And I hope everybody gets flowers for Valentine's Day. And you could add more ribbons on here, all kinds of stuff to make it more festive. Okay?
That's adorable.
All right. Could you see that? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Better now? Okay. Thank you. I hope you like it.
That's awesome.
I lost it. Okay. All right, Debbie, what do you got to tell us?
Well, first of all, I have never known the way you did that. I've been doing it wrong for all these years. No wonder my roses sometimes don't last.
Oh, yeah. You know what I want to tell you? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Make sure you change the water like every day.
Okay.
Okay. Put fresh water in there. You just take the roses out and put the fresh water in there. And if you're going to do food coloring, put food coloring in there. Go ahead, Debbie. I just didn't want to forget to say that.
No, that's fine. I was going to say there's many times where roses have been given to one of us in this household, and I've not done anything like what you did. And somebody will make a comment like, wow, those roses really didn't last. Must have not been good roses. So there's definitely been our fault.
Okay, use a knife.
Yep, and a knife, right. But, I was looking up some stuff and I was thinking, okay, here we are approaching a holiday, and the things that I'm going to talk about right now really could apply to anything. Could apply to a birthday, could apply to anything. But we're going to talk about Valentine's, and we're going to talk about let's like spread the love, okay? And that's like one of the biggest things, Saint Valentine is all about love, okay? And so I looking at something called somebody actually told me about this yesterday. It's called Masterclass
Wow.
.com. Okay. And what is really cool about this is it's an actual site that you can join. Now you do have to pay a subscription. So you could actually do it for 1 month, or you could do it for longer. You can give it as a gift, or you can utilize it for 1 month, and all that. And you can literally take a class off of there. And what would be a really fun one would be is what about taking a class, a cooking class maybe, with one of your significant others or children. Okay, so make it a project, or it could be grandparents, or it could be whoever. And you do this, and it's something fun that you're going to do together. Get all your things together that you need, all your items, and have fun. You could actually take a class if you have something that maybe with us being home more, everybody's looking for things to do. Maybe they ran out of TV shows, they read books, and they want something that they're more interactive, active, moving around. Maybe they want to learn a different skill. Maybe they want to learn about something else. So I thought that was really cool. So some of us have little kids around, some of us don't have little kids around, some of us are, all by ourselves. Some of us have, all kinds of different situations. So we're going to talk about this in a broad spectrum. We're going to say you could do this on Zoom with someone else, okay, if you don't have someone in your home, or you could do this with your age appropriate person. Maybe it's, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe you could do these activities as a family and then put the kids to bed or the grandkids to bed and then have some alone time. This is all going to be different things. Okay. One would be, how about have a fondue night, a fondue date?
Wow, that sounds
Those are
fun.
so fun. I mean, it's
Yeah.
more interactive. You get all kinds of things, cut it up, and you don't have to be having a crazy go out and have a fondue pot. Okay. You really can do it. Sometimes, I don't know if anybody does have an old pot that you use for certain things, that you can put some of the oil in there. And, you can do stuff where you start off with like, vegetables. You can do, your meats. You can do some, chocolate fondue after. You can even take a glass bowl and melt the chocolate in the microwave and then dip the strawberries or do whatever in. So there's a lot of fun things you could do with that. Another thing that is cool is that I was walking through Hobby Lobby, and they have these big boards where you can do these things that people are doing now. They're like paint board parties. So people were going to studios and having like wine and cheese and doing these like gatherings, and they were doing them like holiday specific. And so you could create that in your own home. Now maybe you don't have enough people that you want to have gathering to your home because you don't want to be around people
Mhm.
because you're being careful. You can do it on Zoom, you guys. You could do it with other people. Have like a little, like, I don't want to say competition, but maybe have a theme. Maybe it's a spring theme because now Valentine's Day will be gone, and maybe you want to have something that's got flowers on it, okay? And you want to be able to hang it somewhere, okay? A movie night. Now interesting. You might say, well, okay, I don't really want to watch this movie all by myself. Well, you can watch a movie with someone else that's not with you, and you both put it on at the same time and air it and watch it. Okay. And maybe afterwards have a discussion about it. Okay. So if you can't be with somebody, you can do it that way. Another thing you could do is an at home spa. Okay. So it could be
I like
doing little
that.
manis and pedis, or you could do massages, or, I'm not going to say anything else. You guys could just take away what your thoughts are. If the kids are around, you do it with the kids, and then you got your other thoughts. Okay. Um, Principal games. Okay, so maybe you want to have some fun and you want to do maybe something crazy, silly, like let's do silly stuff, and let's do bingo, Scrabble, crossword. You can print them right off of Pinterest. You can just put in the search engine, and you can literally print and download games, and it's kind of fun. The other thing I want to encourage everybody is to spread the love again. I'm saying spread the love. I'm saying get a hold of people that you haven't talked to, haven't that challenge everybody. I'm going to say call 3 people that you have not spoken to for, let's say, a couple months. Okay, maybe before the holidays, or maybe you're going to get even better and go call somebody that you have not talked to for a long time. Don't scare them because they might be like, oh gosh, is everything okay? But call them and just let them know you're thinking about them. How are you doing during this pandemic? How are you doing during this time? what have you been doing? How's your family? Do a little catch up and have fun. And then I'm also going to encourage you to write to your significant other, your parents, your kids, your grandkids, write a little love letter. But if you don't feel like you want to go, oh, don't want to get all, uh, what do I want to say, gooey, lovey things, you could actually do it as a gratitude letter.
Right.
So maybe the gratitude letter and put, you can state in there how you feel, but tell them about some stuff that you appreciate. Maybe it is you appreciate that they put a warm meal on the table every day. You appreciate that they wash your clothes, that they clean the house, or that whatever they do. I think it's kind of fun. I think we forget so many times. We take people that we see on a regular basis for granted,
We do.
and maybe there's somebody that that's done a special favor for you,
Mhm.
and I'm going to say, Lori is the queen of baking these cookies that she makes. Okay. They
Ah,
are the best cookies in the world. She actually gave me some cookies the other day. They are like the best ever.
oh, thank
I let
you.
my family know. I go, Auntie Laura's cookies are in the house. And I'm like, but one at a time, guys, because like we ration them. We love them. But maybe you do something fun for somebody, bake
Right.
them a batch of cookies, bake them. Hey, you guys can get creative, but, cut out, make a heart-shaped pizza or heart-shaped um, brownies or whatever. Do something fun, but lift somebody's spirits. I feel like the smaller things that we think aren't really very a big, huge thing to someone else means so much, So go out there and spread the love. And with that, Laura, I'm going to turn it over to you and see if you have anything you can add.
Oh, I do. Well, going back to that fondue thing, I was thinking about, I mean, if you go to Goodwill and stuff, you can always find those
Sure.
fondue pots because people always bring those over there. That was my first thing. But I also want to put a shout out to my cousin's flower shop in Berwyn, Illinois, Violet Flower Shop. I'll put the link on there. They deliver all over the Chicagoland area. I the floors get busy, so if you have an order you want to send out, because like the grocery stores don't send personal vases out of flowers or anything like that. So yeah, please shop local. Get to buy from your flower shops. They got beautiful flowers, and you can just buy loose flowers too. You don't have to buy an arrangement. Also, shout out to my daughter-in-law and son's gift shop in Naperville. I'll put the link on there. A locations store. They have a lot of gifts in there. You don't have to necessarily get a Valentine's gift, but they have men's gifts and women's gifts in there. And you could go online, which I'll put their information, and you could see what they have and that. So with that, I want to say happy Valentine's Day, and Debbie, happy Valentine's to you, and
Thank you.
I love you so much.
I
And
love you too.
don't forget, this is the great, make it a great weekend. Okay, bye
Wait,
everyone.
oh, wait, I have a couple more things.
Bye.
Wait,
Oh,
Laura, wait.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. First of all, I want to go back to what you just said. I want to say, and I love you too. You know what? This is so much fun. And the two things that you just mentioned, I want to encourage people. Okay, just because you don't live in the Chicagoland area does not mean that you cannot order from either one of these places.
Yeah, right,
Okay, all right.
exactly.
Ailey's store and Tony's store has an online presence. Okay,
Yeah.
same thing with when you're going to order from a flower shop. Okay, they can make sure that it gets to you. But I want to bring up something really cool because I think this is something that we all need to know.
Yeah.
First of all, we're growing and we love it. And we want to encourage you guys. We want to encourage you guys to invite people because we now have been flooded, okay, with people to interview. And Lori and
Oh,
I are
so
so
excited.
excited, guys. We are all the way almost to
Yeah.
the end of March
Yeah.
every week with different keynote people that are going to share with you, give you ideas, help you. What Lori just did for us today is worth so much because I bet you there's a lot of people on here that had no idea of how to do that arrangement. Well, there's so many people that we're talking to that are sharing some of their, talents, their gifts and the things that they know about. Okay. And I wanted to point out something I think that's really cool that, here Lori and I are in the Chicagoland area and we live about 45 minutes away from each other and we're on Zoom, but we are reaching out to people that are on this group that live in Kentucky,
Mhm.
Ohio,
Mhm.
Texas, Florida, Iowa, Tennessee, Kansas, Wisconsin, and Italy. Okay. And I got to say something, guys. We want to get all the states. We want to make sure, we want to go out to the countries and all that kind of stuff. But I think that we need your help. Okay. We need your help to talk. Okay. So if you want to spread the love for us,
That'd be
spread
great.
the word out that we are, doing great things, because we have got some connections that Lori and I have been getting to that have been in bigger network arenas that are starting to interview us. Yes, Lori and I are getting
Yeah,
interviewed.
we're getting
This
interviewed.
is fun. And did
Yeah.
we start this just because we had the idea of we wanted to help others? And now we've learned from you guys, and now we're getting the word is it's just fun. Okay. So with that, I just want to say we love you all, spread the love. And we love that you're tuning in and watching. And with
Okay.
that, Laura.
Oh, I guess this is the real goodbye now.
Okay.
Guys, take care.
Bye, guys. Take
Bye.
care. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.